Hi guys, welcome back to the
Prisha. Yeah.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Tar Talks. This is Prasha.
And this is Dinav.
and I'm Akshij, and he is the flight crew.
So, Akshaj, who are you?
I'm Akshij, Winterhouse, 8th grade.
Who is also the host and leader for our newest weekend special segment, The Flight Crew.
So, why did you choose Flight Crew? Why do you make Flight Crew?
That's actually a misconception. I didn't make the flight crew. I might be the host, I might be the leader, but I never really made it. I never coined it. It was actually, I was offered to join the team, and then eventually we decided that as a group we needed a leader, so I was just elected.
Ooh, we love democracy. We love it when people get elected as leaders and don't try to point themselves. Like Shini. So, Akshaj, tell me, what is the whole vision and idea behind Flight Crew?
Okay, so we see what you guys are doing with Star Talks, and we see it's on a bunch of global issues like politics, technological advancement, stuff like that. We want to take the same topics, but we also want to make it. We want to kind of make it adaptable to different audiences, like audiences more to our age, because you guys are like 11th graders, and that's kind of, I'm sorry, boring. And we just want to make it more relatable to younger audiences so that kids in the school actually want to watch this, and it's not just something that's outside the school for the parents at home.
Okay, no, that's true. Because Star Talks, many of our listeners, I'm sure so many watching right now would agree that they are an older population. Star Talks does appeal to a higher HSS, and, teachers and parents. So having Flight Crew in place would help us connect to a lot more younger audiences too. So I'm super excited for that. So I would now ask you, what is the experience and being leader been like?
Okay. Being leader is a rocky route. I'll say that before I start. I always thought, it would be nice, like, the leader is the guy that sits back in the chair, watches everyone work. No, 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 no. When it comes to the script writers, they're amazing. They're amazing. But I'm really fussy over them. Like, I see the script and I'm like, no, 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 no. And then I'll edit the entire thing overnight. So it feels like I have to cover all fronts, and it's been amazing. Like, I feel like they are appreciative of it. The entire team, they are appreciative, but at times it gets a little bit overwhelming.
So, what's a funny moment which has happened in your team right now?
A funny moment. Oh God. A funny moment would be when I told Anaya and Asma to write the intro, this very script. I told them to write this very script, and I took one look at the introduction that they did for you. I said, Prisha doesn't read an introduction script, and I pressed delete. I hold pressed the entire paragraph. I deleted it.
It's good to know that someone was writing a script for me though. Thank you for letting me know.
Effort put it. Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you this. Tell me all the Flight Crew gossip. What's been going on in your team?
The flight crew gossip. Okay. So there's been a lot of uncertainty and changing of members, which I hate, by the way. I hate. One of the worst things about being a leader is having to remove someone from your team. And before I remove someone, I take it like straight to the heart. Like, I take a lot of things into account, but it's necessary sometimes for multiple different reasons. And honestly, when it comes to gossip, we started with 10 members, and now we're down to 5.
But right, good to know that he's firm.
No, and it's also very good to see how you guys as 8th graders are still able to set boundaries about, what should be done in a professional setting, what should be done in a podcast, and you guys are actually able to do good at
And you're
that.
ready to take the step. That's good.
So we're proud of you. You're doing a good job.
Okay.
We have an interview with all of your team members right after this. So any note about that?
Okay, I have one piece of advice. Watch out for Kivan. That's my only piece of advice. That's my only foresight. Everyone else, I feel safe and sound, but Kivan,
Now I can't wait.
he's an answer and what?
Now I'm looking, Kivan, if you're watching this, we're looking forward to have your part up now. That sounds...
I'm looking forward to see what you say as well.
So thank you so much, Akshaj. Now we're on to your teammate. Okay, guys. So up next we have with us Aryan Patel, who is the co-host of the podcast. So Aryan, I would like to start by asking you, how does it feel to be co-host? And would you want to trade this post for anything else?
Okay, so being the co-host of the podcast, I'm really starting to like it. And it's amazing because you get to make the script and you get to help all of your other people, like the other people in your group that have IT and the other work to do. And yes, I would like to trade it for another position because I want to try to do new roles because just sticking to one role is not my thing. So I want to try every role so that I know what that role is. So maybe if I like another role, I could switch to that.
That is such an interesting approach. I'm sure Reena would not want to shift to any other post.
Nah, I don't want. I don't want to. Course is relaxing, man. It's good.
Yeah.
So, how's your experience been so far?
It's been amazing.
Okay. And what all did you do till now?
Where first there were multiple people that wanted to join our podcast, but then many people backed out because they got to know we had to prepare the script, we had to do the intro music, we had to do all the editing, everything, all IT. So many people backed out, but then now it's just us, 4 or 5 people. So yeah, that's all we've done till now. We've prepared script, we've divided into groups to make the intro and outro music.
Okay.
So I'll ask you something. Have you ever done anything like hosting before?
No, not yet. This is my first time.
So I'm super excited to see what you guys do, and it's going to be super fun.
Let's go.
So thank you, Aryan. So here is Asma Gajera. Asma is a scriptwriter in the team. And we already had Anaya tell us what scriptwriting is all about. So I would ask you something slightly more personal. If you could have any other position in the team, anything, host, leader, what would your position be?
I think I would prefer being a host maybe because it's not something that is a part of like the script writing. It's more, on camera. It's something different from what I'm doing right now in the team. So maybe a host.
That's interesting.
So, what are the topics you want to cover in the future?
Maybe something according to me interesting, which would be something related to music because I'm really interested into music, and maybe
Yeah. So the Good Shepherd community knows you super well.
also something related to sports because I think that's an interesting
I need a
cover.
coach like that who knows sports around here.
Yeah, games captain.
Yeah, exactly.
So thank you so much, Asma. It was super good to know that. Okay, so now we have with us Anaya Choksi, who's a part of the scriptwriting team. So Anaya, I know what you guys do. You guys write the scripts. They are the people that make the content for the podcast. But let me ask you. So how do you decide what you want to write about and how are you going to write about it? So the tone, the mood, the approach to writing. How do you decide all of that?
Okay, so we basically first start off with learning about the topic and what we're gonna exactly be speaking about. Then we branch out and we research through different sources, and we have two script writers. So we part our work and we just learn about the important terminologies and what we should be speaking about. And for the tone and mood, we usually go for a very easygoing, casual mood rather than anything.
Rather than something fancy or something. I get that.
If you go with sarcasm, Prisha won't understand.
I do understand sarcasm.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Good to know. So, how's the experience been so far?
It's good. What I would say is, it's not easy, right? Because building a script is like you have to think of everything yourself. So even though we know what we're speaking about, but to find the right words and what we should exactly be speaking about is kind of tough, but at the same time it's a lot of fun working together.
No, 100%. I love the script writing part of the podcast, even though, I don't usually write the script for Tar Talks. Whenever I do, it's super fun. So thank you so much, Ananya. So we have with us Kivan Chatani now, who is a part of the IT team for the flight crew. So Kivan, just to help our audience understand, what does the IT team in a podcast do?
So, in the world of me, when I first joined the podcast, I also pretty much didn't know what to do. But as it progressed, I figured out that I had to sit with Samsung and I made the intro and outro music, which I'm very proud of. And also I plan to edit maybe some of the audio clips or video clips.
Okay, and what are the technological advancements you made since you joined the podcast?
So once I joined the podcast, I knew my role and I knew what I'm supposed to do. So I tried learning here and there, maybe some video editing programs. Like I got Adobe Premiere Pro, which it's a bit complex, but I still understand some of it. and some audio editing programs like FL Studio and stuff like that.
That's so cool. I love it when people can develop new skills through podcasts. And also, on that note, thank you so much for being here today.
No problem.